Good morning, students. I am M. Venkataya, Assistant Professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering of Vignan Lara Institute of Technology. And now I am going to teach the subject is thermal and hydro prime movers. So, in the previous class, what I have discussed is air standard cycles. So, in the previous class, what I have discussed air standard cycles. So, what is the importance of air standard cycles and where it is used, of the air standard cycles, like that, and what is meant by air standard cycles. In the previous, I have discussed the air standard cycle is, first of all, one is Otto cycle, second one is diesel cycle, third one is dual cycle, fourth one is Carnot cycle, fifth one is dual cycle, and the sixth one is Ericsson cycle and Stirling cycle. These are all discussed in the previous class, and now I am going to explain about the today's content is the engine systems, line fuel injection, carburation, ignition, cooling and lubrications. So first of all, what is meant by engine systems. So engine systems and line fuel injection. So here the line fuel injection, So here the fuel injection is to inject the fuel of different methods is there, and the different types of fuel injectors is there. That is, the first injector is mechanical indirect fuel injector, and second one is mechanical direct fuel injector. So these are the engines and the fuel line injectors. Two types of injectors is there. That is, one is a mechanical indirect fuel injector, and second one is the mechanical direct fuel injectors. So after completion of that topic and explain the carburetions. So the carburation. The different parts of carburetions is there. And after completion of that one, the ignition. So how the ignition is created here. After that, cooling and lubrication. The cooling systems is there. That is based on according to the cooling systems. That is the air cooled systems and vapor cooled systems is there. And this is the first of all engine systems, line fuel injectors. So the fuel injectors, all internal combustion engines are required actives to mix the fuel and air before being ignited by the spark plug. So here we have to see all internal combustion engines requires a device. So here the internal combustion engine is requires a device to mix the fuel and the air before being ignited by the spark plug. So this is the main concept of the fuel injectors, and here there are two types of fuel injectors is there. That is, one is the mechanical direct injector, and the second one is the mechanical indirect injector. So here the main function of this fuel injector is, these are all we are talking about the only IC engines, that is IC engines, the internal combustion engines. To the engines are required a device. So that have one device. That device, it is a mixed to the fuel plus air. If you take the petrol fuel, and if you take diesel fuel we are using, and the gas fuel we are using. This is the different types of direct and indirect injectors. And coming to the direct injectors, So we have see here that direct injector is used on most automobiles today. So nowadays we are using indirect fuel injectors. So we have to see here, this is a fuel injector, this one is fuel injector, and a spark plug is inside the cylinder. This is the spark plug, and this is a poppet valve. We can call it as inlet valve or poppet valve. On the this one is the combustion chamber. This is a mixing chamber. Here what we mixed here is, that is a fuel injector with the help of fuel injector, and here the air plus fuel. We are in mixing chamber is there. So before this equipment, we have carburetor is there. That carburetor we have used to receive the air plus fuel. The air plus fuel, when it is received, to send the finally the ultimate air to send the air plus fuel mixture. So with the ratio of low, medium and high. And this is the when the correct pressure is reached, it is released into the piston cylinder for combustion. This is the main thing is here. And the indirect injection. So we have to see here, this is the diagram of overview on open diagram of the fuel injector. So this is the spray tip. This one is the spray tip. So what is the use of spray tip is to spray the fuel plus air mixture to spray into the cylinder. That is, and this is the plunger. This one is the plunger, and this is the fuel filter. Fuel filter is there, and this is the valve springs. These are all the valve springs. So what is the importance of valve spring is to compress the fuel and air mixtures. So this is the air intake. So in this diagram, so air into the system with atmospheric pressures, and this is the exploded view diagram of this is the injector housing. These are all injector housing, and this is the valve springing. It is connected to the injector housing. The main valve spring is connected to the injector housing, and the compression brushing. So the compression brushing, this is one is the compression brushing. This compression brushing will connect to the valve spring. And needle valve, this is the needle valve. It is connected to the compression brushing, and the multi-port injector is there. So here two types of injectors is there. One is single injector, and the multi-port injector is there. So this is the noise. This is the nose cover, and coming to the direct injector. So the direct injector we have to see here. This is in a direct injector system, the air and gasoline are not pre-mixed. This is the difference between the indirect injector, that is a mixture, in compared to indirect injector. That injector will mix the air plus fuel into the cylinder. But here this is the separate. This is means in a direct injection system, the air and gasolines are not pre-mixed. This point is very important. So not pre-mixed, and air comes in through the intake manifold, while the gasoline is injected and directly into the cylinder. That is the main thing here. And the piston head is curved to create a spiral at high pressure in the order to ensure a balanced air fuel mixture. So here the balanced air fuel mixture is there in this direct injector. This is the open view diagram of direct injectors. So we have to see here, this is the air intake. It coming to the air intake, as well as the spray tip. This is the spray tip. Spray tip, what is the use of spray tip is to spray the air plus fuel into the cylinder. That is the main thing. So fuel passageway, this is the fuel passageway in this fuel passageway, and valve spring. This is the valve springs. And the direct, this is the some of the applications regarding direct injection and the indirect injection is there. So we have to see. So first, compression ignition, that is the applications where we are using this direct and indirect. So first of all, the compression ignition. So the compression ignition we can shortly call it as CI engines. CI engines. That is, we are using the diesel engines. That is the compression ignition. So we are using diesels. And then two-stroke. So all two-stroke exhaust port can be allowed to close before the mixer is injected. So this is the two-stroke engines we are using. This is the some of the application of direct injection. And coming to the indirect injection, that is the spark ignition. So spark ignition we can shortly call it as SI engines. So SI engines, that is we are using nowadays, we are using the petrol engines, that is spark ignitions. We are giving the spark. So, and wide range of four-stroke engines. So wide range of four-stroke engine. So the four-stroke engines, we know that the four-stroke means four-stroke is there. One is the intake stroke or suction stroke, and second one is the compression stroke. Third one is the power stroke. Fourth one is exhaust stroke. So that four-stroke engines, we are using the wide range of four-stroke engine applications. And next, the carburetor. Coming to the carburetor, the main function, the carburetor is basically a device for mixing the air and fuel in the correct amounts for efficient combustion. So what is mean by air and fuel? So the carburetor, the main carburetor, the basically a device for mixing air and fuel. So the main function of the carburetor is to receive air plus fuel mixture. So once the air, how we get the air? The air filter is there. When the air filter, it is passes to the air into combustion into carburetor with the atmospheric pressure. At the same time, the another valve will be given to the oil, that is fuel or petrol, gas, and whatever it is, and that is the to receive. The main function of the carburetor is to receive air plus fuel, and it is a mixing in the inside the carburetor after to send the air fuel mixture ranges. So that is that the air fuel mixture into the cylinder. So here the ranges in the sense of the ratio of the air plus fuel, that is air plus fuel ranges. So here three types of air plus fuel ranges is there. One is low range. Second one is medium range. Third one is high range. So here first low range. I am talking about the low range. So we have to see here the low range in the sense of the air plus fuel. So the air is low range. Here the air is 75% and the fuel is 25%. That is air fuel mixture. That is the low range of air fuel mixture. And coming to the medium range. So the medium range is air is 50% and the fuel is 50%. This is the medium range of carburetor ratio, the ratio of the carburetor. And the high range is 75% fuel and 25% air. This is the ranges of carburetor. To send the carburetor ranges. And once again I repeat it here, the carburetor, the main function of the carburetor is to receive the air plus fuel mixture. After completion of air fuel mixture, to send the ratio of the fuel air plus fuel mixture. So that is here three types of ranges is that. One is low range, second one is medium range, third one is high range. The low range is we are adding the fuel is 25% and the air is 75%. And coming to the medium range is 50% air, 50% fuel. After completion of that one, and high range means 75% is fuel and 25% is air. And coming to the carburetor parts, the different types and different parts will be there in the carburetor. That is, the first one is carburetor body. So the carburetor body. Second one is air horn. Third one is throttlet valve. Fourth one is venture. Fifth one is the main discharge tube. Sixth one is fuel bowl. Okay. And first part is the carburetor parts. So we have to see here, this is the air horn. This one is air horn. And the choke plate, this is the choke plate. And the external blow vent, this is the external blow vent. We see here. And the choke pull off, this is the choke pull off. This one already is there. And the throttlet body and mounting phases, this is the mounting bodies. And the float bowl, this is the float bowl. And the fuel inlet. So where it is the next fuel inlet is, this is the fuel inlet. And here the ideal mixture adjusting screens. So this is the adjusting. We have to adjust the fuels and how much percentage we require. That is the adjusting of that is very important. And the vacuum nipples, this is the I and J is the vacuum nipples. After completion of that one, fast ideal cam. This is the fast ideal cam. And the throttlet valve lever, this is the throttlet lever. We have to see here, this is the throttlet lever. And the ideal speed adjusting crack screw, this is the crack screw. And the internal bow, this is the internal ball vent. This is the internal ball vent. This is the parts of the carburetor. The different parts is be there, the air horn, choke plate, external balls, like that. And this is the carburetor body. This is the overall carburetor body of main thing here. And this is the coming to the air horn. So the air horn is also called the throat or barrel. And the parts which often are fastened to the air horn body are as follows. So we have to see the choke, the hot ideal components, and the fast ideal linkage rod, the choke, vacuum brakes, and sometimes the float and pumps mechanism is there. And so this is the overall air horn body, and inside the carburetor. So we have to see here, this is the air horn. This one is the air horn. And the main discharge nozzle. This one is the main discharge nozzle. This is the main discharge nozzle. After completion of that one, we have to see here, this is the fuel bowl. Fuel bowl. And this is the air speeds here using a corresponding pressure drops. And we have to see here, this is the fuel. This one all fuel bowl or fuel. And this is the air fuel mixture, air into the system. This is the air fuel mixture. That is the air fuel mixture. And coming to the throttlet valve. So that is the third component, throttlet valve. We have to fix here only the throttlet valve. So that is this shaped valves controls air flow through the air arm. Okay, it is the when the closes. It is when the closes. This is the throttlet valve. This when the it is closes. It restricts the flow of air and fuel into the engine. Okay, so when it is closed, so it restricts the flow of air and fuel into the engine. So it is restricted. There is no any flow because of it is restricted. So that is when that is the closes the throttlet valve. the air and fuel mixture will never moves. And coming to the when it is opens, the air flow, fuel flow, and engine power, it is a increased power will be produced here. That is the thing. And coming to the venture, that is the fourth part of venture. So we have to see, this is the venture. The venturi produces sufficient suction to pull fuel out of the main discharge tube. This is the main discharge tube. So it is the venturi produce the sufficient suction to pull the full fuel out of the main discharge tube. And this is the, so the main discharge tube, we can call it as the discharge nozzle also. So we have to do the main discharge tube is also called the main fuel nozzle, and it is a passage that connects the fuel bowl to the center of the venturi. So the main thing is, it is also known as the discharge fuel nozzle. This is also known as the discharge nozzle or fuel nozzle. It connects the fuel bowls. To the, this is the venturi. It connects the fuel nozzle. The fuel nozzle. It connects the fuel bowl. This is the fuel bowl to the venturi. This is the venturi. So that is the thing. So we have to once again here to, the main discharge tube is also known as the discharge nozzle. Okay, and the main discharge tube is also called the discharge nozzle, and it is a passage that connects the, so it is this discharge nozzle. It connects the fuel bowl to the venturi. Okay, is it clear? And next, the next part is fuel bowl. So we have to see here, this is the fuel bowl. We are storing the fuel bowl, or that is the fuel tank. We are called as a fuel bowl. The fuel bowl holds a supply of fuel that is not under fuel pump process. That is the main thing. And here the finally what we have discussed is today's classes. First of all, the air standard cycles, that is air standard cycles, that is one is Otto cycle, and B diesel cycle, C dual cycle, 4 E Carnot cycle, and next Stirling cycle, and next erection cycle. We are discussing these values, and second point what we have discussed is, the second point is the fuel line injectors. So line fuel injectors, that is the, here two different types of injectors is there. One is mechanical, indirect injector. Second one is mechanical direct injector. And the third point is the carburetor, the main function of the carburetor. And the different parts of the carburetor.